the top at 5 and developing tonight. New video of the lead up to a deadly police-involved shooting in Prince George's County. William Green was handcuffed in the front passenger seat of a cruiser when he was shot several times last night in Temple Hills.
Fox 5's Paul Wagner is live at Palmer Park, where we've been waiting for an update from police. Paul, what are you hearing?
Okay, well, we were supposed to have a news conference at 1:30, but that's been postponed. But we've been told to stand by here, that there may be a news conference at any minute. So that's why we're here outside police headquarters. But let me tell you a little bit more about what we know now based on a timeline and some videos that we've been able to take a look at. We believe now that Mr. Green, Mr. William Green, was in custody for approximately 30 minutes on Winston Street off St. Barnabas Road just before he was shot by this Prince George's County police officer. He was in the front passenger seat and handcuffed. What we want to do is show you a video that we've obtained that shows Mr. Green standing outside his car with the two officers, and then you're going to hear a woman talk about how she had chased him for about 1.7 miles after he had hit her car. Take a look.
My other three was right in front of the door. He thought he was going to get away. I chased his all the way from up there by the Family Dollar. Oh, he hit your car? He hit my car up there by the Family Dollar and the Popeyes. Damn. And I chased his down that hill. He hit that car up there first. He bounced off that car. He hit the curb. And then he hit me first. How many times did he hit? Oh. I tell you that.
Now, based on what we know, there was no police body camera at the scene, so there's no video of the shooting that we're aware of at this point. We want to play you now some sound from Brenda Green. She's the mother of William Green. She came to us early this morning and talked to our Fox 5's Melanie Alnwick. Take a listen to what she had to say.
I can't understand why you had him in the car seat, seatbelt down, handcuffed, and then gonna shoot him? For what reason? What could he possibly do?
Now, it's standard procedure to be placed in the front passenger seat of a Prince George's County police cruiser. And again, we're waiting for a news conference. It could come at any minute here at police headquarters. Back to you guys in the studio.
I did some research of this story this morning, and I was trying to reach ADOS DMV, asking them, have they heard about this case? Now, William Green, who was the guy that was killed by police, the story was that he hit 4 cars before police, captured him. And you heard the woman that, he hit her car first. And so, everybody knows that he was on something if you hit so many cars. Okay, now, here's one thing I don't understand. When a person has been handcuffed, and like I said, I've been living in the D.C. area for 25 years before I moved here to Tennessee. So I know where Temple Hill was. And from Temple Hills, it's near Capitol Heights. It's like not that far away from Capitol Heights, that area. But let me continue with this story. So my question is, how can a police officer, can kill a man that was already handcuffed, that was already placed on a seatbelt on the passenger side of a police vehicle? And let's just say he was, under the influence, who was on drugs so bad. Why you have to kill the man? So I'm gonna go ahead and read this article. This article comes from WTTG, which is a Fox affiliate in Washington, D.C. It says a handcuffed man was killed Monday night in a police-involved shooting after he was involved in a struggle with an officer inside of a cruiser in Prince George's County, authorities said. The officer involved has been charged with second-degree murder and other related charges. Well, at least he was arrested. At least the officer was charged. I'm going to go ahead and continue reading. It said the incident happened in Temple Hills around 8 p.m., police officials told Fox 5. that they received reports regarding an erratic driver in the Civil Hill area who allegedly struck multiple vehicles while driving on St. Barnabas Road. Officers located the driver, who has been identified as William Green by his family, on Winston Street, and believe he was under the influence after they say officers smelled PCP coming from the vehicle. Police told Fox 5 that they handcuffed the driver, placed him in the front seat of a cruiser, and fastened his seatbelt while they waited for a drug recognition team to come to the scene. Authorities say witnesses reported seeing a struggle between the driver and an officer who entered the driver's seat of the cruiser before hearing loud bangs come from the vehicle. Police say the driver was struck multiple times by shots fired from the officer's weapon. Exclusive video obtained by Fox 5 indicates Green has been in custody for at least 30 minutes before he was shot. Officials say officers attended to the driver at the scene before he was taken to a local hospital where he later died. The officer involved was not wearing a body camera, police say. Sandra Mathis, who identified herself as the man's fiancée, spoke to Fox 5 Melanie Allward at the scene. "We got questions with no answers. We need to know what happened to William Green." She said his life matters. He was loved. Police say the investigation is still continuing at this time. And that is the end of the article. So at least in this case, ladies and gentlemen, that the officer who was responsible of killing William Green has been charged. And the thing of it is that at least he's been charged with second-degree murder. But my question is, why did he kill the man? That's my question. The thing of it is that, was he committed a crime? Yes, he was. He hit 4 cars, and they said that he was on drugs, he was on PCP so bad, but he was still unarmed. So at the end of the day, you shot a man that was unarmed, that was already handcuffed, that was already put his seatbelt on him, and you still killed the man. So, and you notice that they don't identify who the officer was, which is not a surprise because they're not going to do that anyway. But at least with this, he's been charged with second-degree murder and other related charges. So, we will see how this thing play out. But the good news is the officer has been charged with his murder, and we still don't know why he killed him in the first place. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. And with that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.